always wanted to do that. As you can see behind me, I'm in the North Carolina mountains. Yeah, must have made a wrong turn somewhere. Probably should have took the other east. Anyway, just got a mountain of waves. As you can hear, we're at Atlantic Beach, North Carolina, which is east coast of the United States. And let me tell you a little bit about Atlantic Beach. Atlantic Beach, North Carolina is located on the eastern portion of Bow Banks, a barrier island on the Atlantic coast. The town is bordered to the south by the Atlantic Ocean and to the north by Bow Sound, which separates it from the mainland. To the east is Fort Macon State Park. Get to that in just a few. Occupying the eastern of Bow Banks and overlooking Beaufort Inlet, while to the west is the town of Pine Knoll Shores. Atlantic Beach is connected to the mainland by the Atlantic Beach Causeway to Morehead City, North Carolina. Highway 58 leads west from the Atlantic Beach, running the length of Bow Banks to Emerald. And it's roughly around 2.7 square miles, population about 1,300 or so. Envisioned in the 1870s by Appleton Oaksmith. However, the construction did not begin until 1887. In 1928, a bridge was built connecting Atlantic Beach to Morehead City. Now, as I mentioned, I was going to tell you a little bit about Fort Macon State Park. It's located down here at the other end of Bogue, not too far from here, from Atlantic Beach. It actually opened to be a state park in 1936. It was the second most visited state park in North Carolina with an annual visitation of 1.3 million. Despite being one of the smallest state parks in North Carolina, with 440 acres, Fort Macon was built as part of the third system of the U.S. fortifications and was preceded by Fort Hampton, the second system, which Fort Hampton is still at the bottom of Bogue Inlet. It got washed away. There's a little horseshoe kind of shaped fort, and it just got washed away, so they had to build Fort Macon. Now, Fort Macon has been through a lot, from World Wars to Great Britain, Spain, France, Civil War. It's been through a lot. The fort itself is built with 2,379,546 bricks, more than any other fort in the U.S. And additionally, to be fully restored fort, the park offers visitors both soundside and surf, fishing, nature trails, ranger guided tours, protected swim area, a refreshment stand, and a bathhouse. The park is open year round, but during the non-summer months, the protected swimming area, refreshment stand, and the bathhouse is not available. In these modern times, the danger of naval attack along the North Carolina coast seems remote, but during the 18th and 19th centuries, the region around Beaufort was highly vulnerable to attack. Even Blackbeard and other infamous pirates were known to have passed through Beaufort Inlet at will. While successful wars with Spain, France, Great Britain during the colonial period provide a constant threat of coastal raids by enemy warships, Blackbeard's ship, the Queen Anne Revenge, is thought to have been recovered in the shallow water right off the park in the Atlantic Ocean and is being recovered. Beaufort was captured and plundered by the Spanish in 1747 and again by the British in 1782. Now, the cannons that you see in these photos, they were mounted and they could fire 18-pound iron shot with an estimated effective range of just under 1 mile. Now, it kind of hurts to drop a 12 to 15-pound bowling ball on your foot, but just imagine being almost a mile away and getting knocked out with an 18-pound iron about the size of a bowling ball. Yikes. Fort Macon, it was named after the U.S. Senator from the state of North Carolina, Nathaniel Macon, who procured the funds to build the facility. Fort Macon was designed by General Simon Bernard and built by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Construction began in 1826 and lasted 8 years under the third system of U.S. fortifications. The fort was completed in December of 1834, and it was improved with further modifications during 1841 to 46. The total cost of the fort was $463,790. Man, I just imagine having your own fort. I mean, for the size of nice houses these days in Raleigh. In the 1840s, the system of erosion control was initially engineered by Robert E. Lee, who later became general of the Confederate Army of the Northern Virginia. At the beginning of the Civil War, North Carolina seized the fort from the Union forces. The fort was later attacked in 1862 and it fell back into Union hands. For the duration of the war, the fort was a coaling station for the Navy ships. Alternate Ordnance Sergeant, acting as a caretaker, was the only person stationed at the fort. Early in 1862, Union forces commanded by Major General Ambrose E. Burnside swept through the eastern North Carolina, and part of Burnside's command under Brigadier General John G. Parke was sent to capture Fort Macon. Parke's men captured Morehead City and Beaufort without resistance, then landed on Bug Banks during March and April to fight to gain Fort Macon. Colonel Moses J. White and 400 North Carolina Confederates in the fort refused to surrender, even though the fort was hopelessly surrounded. On April the 25th, 1862, Parke's Union forces bombarded the fort with heavy siege guns for 11 hours, aided by the fire of 4 Union gunboats in the ocean offshore and floating batteries in the second to the east. While the fort easily repulsed the Union's gunboat attack, the Union landed batteries utilizing new rifle cannons hit the fort 560 times. There was such extensive damage that Colonel White was forced to surrender following morning, April the 26th, with the fort's Confederate garrison being paroled as prisoners of war. The battle was the second time in history new rifle cannons was used against the fort, demonstrating the obsolescence of such fortifications as a way of defense. In 1923, the fort was offered for sale as a surplus military property. However, at the bidding of North Carolina, leaders at Congressional Act of June 4, 1920 sold the fort and the surrounding reservations for the sum of $1 to the state of North Carolina to be used as a public park. This was the second area acquired by the state for the purpose of establishing a state park system. Now, like I said, I can go on and on about this, but it was then also rented back to the military to use against another war, and then it was turned back into, a park again. But if anyone gets time to come to Eastern North Carolina with the Atlantic Beach area, check it out. It's pretty cool. They do reenactments, shoot cannons, and all that good stuff. Pretty nice. But anyway, enough with the jibber jabber. Alright, now caught y'all up to speed on Atlantic Beach and Fort Macon. So what I'm going to do now is, like I said, cut up with the jibber jabber because we got to hit the road. And even though this is a beautiful place, a beautiful site, it is like the first week of December, so it's probably too cold to shoot. But anyway, we got to go, so let's cut out with the jibber jabber. Let's go. Come on, you got to come too. All right, you guys are probably wondering what I'm doing, but I'm here at Atlantic Beach because I'm taking a trip from Atlantic Beach, North Carolina, East Coast, all the way to Pacific Beach, Washington State. It's going to be quite an adventure, but this is day one of this episode here, and I will try to make it to Pigeon Forge this afternoon, hopefully. If not, then I'll probably sleep somewhere before I cross the North Carolina mountains. But anyway, I didn't get much rest last night. Anxiety and all this stuff, you know, getting preparation. But anyway, see y'all later. All right, on the road again, seeing things I probably never see again. Oh Lordy, yep, on the road again. I think I'm crazy singing to myself. I'm actually singing to you guys, serenading y'all on my trip. Oh Lordy, you know, as being an introvert, it's kind of hard for me to come out to say what I had already had in my mind to say and do the things I already had in my mind to do, because I feel like I've been put on the spot, so I kind of clam up. So this kind of YouTube thing here is trying to, anyway, it's hard to do. Right now it's hard to do. I don't know if you could hear much of what I was saying over the waves, but I'm trying. I guess I need to get closer next time. I don't know how to. Okay, you hear that little noise? That's my inverter charging my laptop. Because I'm gonna try to be editing and all that good stuff at the same time. So, well, sort of, if I can, I might edit a little bit here and there. I might post today's video in a couple days. If I get time, I'll put one together, edit it up, and post it. Oh, and by the way, today's date is December the 3rd. Yes, December 3rd, 2022. And right now it is 7:55 in the morning. I got up at 2:50 this morning, left the house about 3:15 to come on back into Atlantic Beach. I am from Edgecombe County. I think you've seen in my short videos before. I'm Jason King from Edgecombe County and Carver, North Carolina, and just old country board and just a nobody. But I'm actually documenting all this trip from East Coast to West Coast for my memories and for my family and friends' memories, and to also share it with you guys. So, hey, you know what they always say on YouTube, hey, like, share, hit the little bell, especially if you see the first one. I know you're going to want to see the rest, so hit the little bell thing, and that way you get updated on my next episode on this trip to get there and back. So, trying to find something to talk about. Well, anyway, yes, I will be bopping along. I'm going, like I said earlier, I am going to try to make it to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee today. If not, you know, I get where I can get. Right now the GPS shows that I'll be there around 4 o'clock, but yeah, right. I'll hit traffic around Raleigh, Greensboro, all that good stuff, and then, you know, I got to stop. You know, guys got to eat, you know. I'm a fat boy, so not really, but a guy's got to eat, you know. The guy's got to put a little food in his belly every now and then. So I might stop, you know, and do that, and also a guy's got a wee-wee, so I have to wee-wee and all that. Anyway, back on the road. You know, I know there's gonna be people clickety-click, boop, 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 putting all down there in the comments like, why didn't you just fly? Why don't you just fly from East Coast to West Coast and then fly back? It'd be a lot quicker, you know, because I like the adventure, you know, I just like the adventure. Flying is just, what kind of adventure are you going to see in the, you know, the Raleigh-Durham Airport and the Seattle, Washington Airport? It's not much of an adventure there, you know. It's the adventure getting there is, you know, it's the main thing. Plus, you know, something that not everybody does, you know. A fella's got a bucket list, you know. He wants to, you know, do some things on the bucket list. And this is a good one. Driving across the United States and driving back. Did a fill up right outside of Newbern on 70. So anyway, we'll go take a look. Okay. Freaking fly that's done heat piped from somewhere. I think I picked him up at the gas station right there. I opened the door. I think he jumped out the trash can right in the car. I'm gonna get him in a minute and a half. I think I am. Well, I don't know where I'm at now. I've just been just driving, thinking. That's one thing about driving along for long trips. You do a lot of thinking, a lot of brainstorming. The guy gets a lot of thinking done when he's driving. I wonder what Dolly Parton's doing today. She's probably sitting on the balcony or something, drinking some tea or coffee or something now. Or reading the newspaper about Dollywood. Stampede or something like that. Yeah. Oh, there's a sign. It says Hillsborough, 10 miles. Raleigh, 59 miles. Yep. I'm still in North Carolina. Still in North Carolina.
gets a lot of thinking then. Man, my head's probably going to hurt by the time I get done with this trip. That's no kidding. Oh, man. Alright, back on the road. Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, Snow Hill, exit 361. Yep, on 707. I've noticed a lot of things has changed just in a year or so that you travel different roads and everything. It's like, whoa, where did that come from? When did they build that? Was that a raindrop hit my windshield? There's not even a cloud in the sky. Somebody will actually clean their windshield wipers off or something. Anyway, back on the road. Seen a sign that says I'm in Johnston County, North Carolina. People from Johnston County or other people from this side of North Carolina know what I mean when I say Johnston County. That's supposed to be a place that a whole bunch of hicks and rednecks and stuff are from, but I hate to tell them. This was not from there. I'm from Edgecombe County. But anyway, just had to give Johnston County a call out, you know, a shout out. Hardee's, $2.99 for a double cheeseburger. Man, have y'all noticed the dang prices of food lately? It is ridiculous. Damn near $8 for a full-piece Supreme meal and fries and sweet tea at Bojangles, when probably 4 or 5 years ago it would be like $5.49. Then it came to like $6.30, somewhere along in there. Shit. I mean, you know what? I promised myself that I would not use foul language in my videos on YouTube. Got to remind myself of that. You guys got to remind me of that. You know, clickety clack, tick 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 down there in the comments and say, hey man, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Oh, another thing. You know, back there the waves were kind of loud on me and everything. You know, I ain't used to this GoPro and video and all that. You know, I did photography. Not too much on the videos and all that, unless I'm walking around with a phone in front of my face holding like, you know. But nothing with the GoPros on stands and this and that. Whoever's got experience with microphones and all that, that I guess they plug into the, or maybe Bluetooth, I don't know how that works anyway. Throw some information down there for me. And somebody else is probably wondering the same thing. Like, man, he needs a microphone. Can't hear nothing but waves. Hook me up. Hook a brother up. Let me know what you find, or let me know what you use. What's the best one you use? What's the options? You know, what's your experience with a type of microphone? Because I might be doing more of these, you know. Well, who knows? I might. If there's like a Best Buy or somewhere on the way, if they have one, I might pick one up. Then y'all be able to hear me with waves and all that. Man, that's some pretty water out there. How about that? But yeah, let me know what you guys use on your GoPros, on your videos, and all that. And for microphones, like when you're standing, and how long is the cord and all that? I mean, do you have to be like right here when you talk on it, or can you get back 10 feet, or is it like a Bluetooth with a Bluetooth adapter and a transmitter receiver? Let me know how all that works. I mean, I'm somewhat electronically inclined, so I could probably figure something out. But what's the options? I hadn't even looked. Let me know something. Throw it down there. Hook a brother up. Another thing about Johnston County, Benson is in Johnston County. Well, anyway, let's just say Johnston County altogether. You know, North Carolina, Tennessee, you know, in the mountains, you know, you always had great moonshine come from them hills. You know, Popcorn Sudden and a few others. And then you had some in Virginia. Actually, there was a movie about that one. Yeah. Greatest county there was, Franklin, Virginia. Yep. But anyway, back to Benson. If you're around the area of Johnston County, I don't know if you maybe around the area of Johnston County, but the Flowers was big time moonshine's distillers back then, and they've actually tremendous amount of land between Clayton and Smithfield, or Clayton and out in the countryside down 42. But there is a legal distillery that is right in Benson. It's Broad Slab Distillery. I may throw something up on the screen here in a minute. Broad Slab, I've went to his complex, his place, his whatever. He has like a storefront and all this and that. Then he can get on a tractor and he'll take you down there to the very back where he distills everything. And the good thing about him, his motto is from dirt to bottle. He farms it, he plants it, he crops it, he ferments it, distills it, bottles it, ships it. All right there on that one farm. And he going off of his granddaddy's recipe when it was illegal, and he does it just like it's supposed to be done. You know, no, you know, foreign ingredients, adding vodka to it like some of these places do, this and that. You know, he does it legit, and you can go watch the whole process of exactly how it's done. Jeremy is his name. Pretty good fellow. You can go out there and visit his place and everything, but look it up. I can't remember what road it's on, but it's in Benson. It's Broad Slab Distillery. I'll throw up something here in a little bit on the screen. But yeah, check them out. in Clayton off and on for the past 20 years at pharmaceutical plants down there. Griffles, which used to be Bayer, then it was Telecris, now it's Griffles. They do research and stuff on blood plasma. And then there was a little small outfit in the front that did kind of a bottling type deal, or clean bottles and sterilized bottles and things like that. It's Hospira, and now they've Griffles kind of merged that into them, so there's no more Hospira there anymore. And then there's Novo, that makes medicine for diabetes, you know, insulin and all that. And I was actually working at the new plant that they just built across the street from the old plant, and they might be in production. I don't know. I know when I left there, they were still trying to get some bugs worked out, but they're going to be making the insulin in like the pill form, which is pretty cool for, you know, people that don't have to give themselves a shot of that every day or all the time or whatever. So yeah, I've worked around Clayton for a while, and then there was also seemed like there was another place around Clayton that I worked at, but I can't remember. There's good Mexican food places down there on the main little stretch there, authentic Mexican, not just like a Taco Bell or, you know, San Jose's and nothing like that. No, this was authentic food. I mean, real authentic, but it was good. Anyway, I guess kind of on a 70 bypass, I guess you could say it is now. So I should be coming up around Garner and Raleigh here in just a little bit. I remember where the other place was that I worked at in Clayton, Caterpillar. They made you know, your backhoes and front end loaders and all that. But yeah, I just remembered that. The old mind. Sometimes it surprises me and sometimes it fails me, but it's still kicking. Alrighty, so as you see, traffic's getting really kind of hectic here. It's because we're coming in the outside around the edge of Raleigh, North Carolina, which is the capital of North Carolina. Population, who the hell knows? It grows so dang fast. More roads get put in. If you notice, a lot of construction. It's like they never finish roads. Roads and subdivision. Road subdivision. Road subdivision. They just grow and grow and grow. But I'm not going to be doing too much video and talking while I'm dealing with all this, because all around the Raleigh-Durham area and all that, you really got to pay attention to the road, because there's idiots out here and they'll cut you off. They'll make a swift move, and you got to be ready. You got to be ready. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to run into that more often, but yeah, Raleigh-Durham, Cary around there, yeah, you got to kind of watch yourself. So, I may stop here in a little bit. It's 10:17 in the morning. So yeah, I've made it to Raleigh. Been up since almost 3. But anyway, some dead in the road, kitty cat, I guess. That's one thing, man. From say from around Goldsboro area, or the exit to Goldsboro area, Kinston, I guess. Yeah, Kinston area. Man, I have seen so many coyotes dead on the side of the road. I've seen a couple deer, but there's a lot of coyotes around that area now. I need to check that out and try to find a hunt spot or somebody to, you know, let me get on their land and pop a few of them. Get some coyotes, knock them down. Pretty good sport. Anyway, I'm gonna start paying attention to these crazies out here. Traffic slowed down a little bit, but it's gonna get worse. I'm just getting amongst of it. Alright, I'm coming all around with Cary, Chapel Hill, Durham, you know, the UNC, Duke, NC State, part of 40? I have no idea. It's always been that way. Just riding my horse. It's always made that sound. Every time I always come through here, I was like, man, I'm riding my pony. Ride my pony. Jump on it. Oh, anyway, that's a whole nother. Might be another story on that one. Alright. Oh, and it's still raining. Check it out. Hey, there's a Subaru. A WRX. Oh yeah, it's still raining. But I'm paying attention to the road though. You notice I'm not looking at you much, so keeping my eyes this way, not this way. This way. Not this way. This way. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. I see brake lights. For reals. Might not be bad. Let me get off this thing. Back to the road. I wonder what Opie Taylor's doing today. He's probably fishing. Yeah, down there at the pond with his cane pole and his bucket. He's probably just fishing. Yeah. Yep. That's probably. Alright, so I'm at a gas station around Keenersville, close to Winston-Salem. Yeah, I feel like I gotta pee. So far, my trip is 365 miles. Is what I have put on the car since I left the house this morning. And it is 11:39 a.m. Not lunchtime yet, and I don't know. I hit a lot of traffic that I thought I was going to, but still too early to say. But anyway, I'm going to go pee. Probably get me something to drink. Take some ibuprofen. Started to get a little headache. So, be back on the road in a few. Alright. I still got that damn fly in here. Oh. Dang fly. Forgot. Gotta watch my language. Oh! Shit. Missed him. We'll get him in a minute. I said another word, didn't I? Dang it. I gotta come up with different vocabulary. So, Anyway. Alright. So, what I got here. I peed. Got a monster. And of course. Of course. Oop, don't want to look in there. Yeah, I had to get some BC's arthritis medicine and all that because I know they're gonna be hurting for too long. I got some chew because sometimes when I'm nervous and I ride and well, I don't know. Anytime I'm nervous and antsy about things, I grind my teeth real bad. So if I get some gum, that'll probably help. I used to never do that until I had my accident back in 2013, and then ever since then it's like I catch myself sometimes working on something on a computer or something like that, I'm catching myself grinding my teeth, and I can tell that my teeth are getting shorter in the front. I don't know what, I don't know why. It's just a habit, I guess. But like I said, I didn't notice. I didn't start doing that until after I had my accident in 2013, which I might explain that one later. Let's just say it put me out of work for 3 years and I couldn't walk for a little while. I don't know why I just did that. I was going to eat a pack of nabs. Dang it. See? I used a good word. Dang it. Yeah, I had them in there. These are keyboard rails too. I had these long ones like that. So for 79 cents. I had to grab a pack of these. Actually, I grabbed 3 of them. I grabbed the cheese peanut butter, toasted peanut butter, and club and cheddar. So I'll get a bite out of one here in a minute. Whenever this, whenever this chewing gum gets bad. But anyway, yeah, take a little breaky here. I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm gonna try not to eat like a meal until I get to Pigeon Forge, because there's a special place I like to eat. Well, me and my son. That's the thing about Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg. I meant to mention this. Is Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and all around chimney tops, trails, hiking trails, stuff like that. That's the place me and my son, since he was like 3 years old, maybe 4, somewhere along in there. We went every year. Well, mostly every year. We did miss a couple years because some things happened that we couldn't help, but mostly every year we went. And we watched that place change. I mean, like the island and all that. That wasn't there when we first started going. And we've seen the construction going on. Then you come out the next year, then you're seeing some stuff built out there. Then you come out the next year and there's a freaking Ferris wheel. And it's just, yeah, we watched that place grow and grow and grow. And then we went one time when, right after they had a fire, which they've had a couple now, but it had a bad fire and it burned up a lot of stuff, the old churches and everything. It was sad then. But anyway, I may tell you a little bit more about it once I get there. I don't want to spoil the appetite of the future, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna drink my Monster right quick. Yes, sir. All right. So, might make it there. I don't know. About 12 o'clock now. GPS says I'll make it there at 4 o'clock. We'll see. I know it gets dark around 5-ish, so I don't know. Might be getting dark by the time I get there. Which, I need to rest my head anyway. Like I said, I didn't get but like an hour and a half of sleep last night because of my anxiety. You know, I was anxious and thinking and contemplating and excited all at the same time. So anyway, I already said that. All right, so I might have a little time to do maybe a little editing and put together something for you guys to munch on tomorrow. Maybe day one. I might be able to post day one tonight or early in the morning. It depends how my editing and all that stuff goes. I'll see what I can do. Plus, it all depends on where I stay at. I'm probably going to rough it tonight, and just sleep in my car. Do my editing and everything in my car. Actually, I had a plan. My back seats fold down. I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm in a 2012 Audi A6. I mentioned it in the video before, about 2 videos ago anyway. And my back seats fold down, so I'm thinking if I take this seat, fold it forward, fold that seat down, I believe I'll be able to lay straight down and my feet and legs will just go right in the trunk. I got a bunch of bags and stuff and I packed a lot of shit, so but I believe I can make it work. Probably take one of the bags, put up here in the front floorboard or something, and then I brought a sheet to hang up to cover my front up, so that way I have a little privacy back there sleeping and everything be good to go. And I'm thinking that, you know, nobody will really say anything or bother me if I like park in a hotel parking lot. I mean, cars supposed to be parked in a hotel parking lot all night anyway, so maybe they won't say anything. I know it's supposed to get cold, so depends how I wrap up and dress and all that. I may do that, or I may have to jump back in the front seat, turn the heat on, or not. I don't know. Anyway, I guess enough with the jacking my jaws. We got to go. I mean, we got a fella got to hit the road. We got some stuff to see, and I know you guys are getting bored. Like, man, I wish they'd just shut up and go. We're ready to see some stuff. Ready to see what this guy's gonna do. Yeah, me too. All right, so let me stop jacking my jaws. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'll tell you later. We play some music, but got some music on here. Can't play music on the radio or anything because YouTube will kick it out because copyright mess and all that good stuff and all that. Oh snap! Look, I see some hills up there. Look up there. I see some hills up yonder. How about that? Way far off. Yep. This car flying up on my ass. Oh, no wonder. I'm in the wrong lane. And I'm always griping about people being in the wrong lane. Like last year, I'd probably try to run this car, but I'm not going to mess with them today. I can't get any more tickets. Being a good boy. Or actually, I'm a good old man. Midlife. Yep. I guess you could say this is probably a midlife crisis trip. Maybe. Yeah. But yeah, I'll start to see some hills. How about that? Still saying I'm going to be in Pigeon Forge at 4 o'clock. It is 1:11 now. I've gone 445 miles so far on this trip. That's about halfway to the West Coast. Alright, well, I'm going to quit boring y'all now. Guess we'll get back to our regular scheduled program. I'll tune y'all in again in a minute. Well, look at there. Your boy has crossed, well, get ready to cross state line. So look out, the world. Jason King has left North Carolina. Damn it, I got to spit it out. So I have made it here, so I don't have too much further to get to Pigeon Forge. It's 3:03 right now. I think I'll make it. It's pouring down raining, so I probably won't get to do too much. I might just spend the evening maybe editing this video or something, because I'm not going to be able to walk around and look at things, and driving around, it's just all messy. Maybe in the morning a little bit better. I hope so, unless it clears up before it gets dark, but I don't know. We'll see. So I'm back on the road. Catch y'all later. This is like the 4th different route that that has took me to Pigeon Forge. I think this is a new one on me. I know sometimes it takes us all different ways and back roads and everything, but man, what I just went through back there was like somebody's driveway. And now I'm popped out here, which I'm trying to take it easy, but these people, man, they just be flying around these corners. But yeah, this is a new route on me. You know, it took me right off of 40 for some reason. A lot of times it takes me all the way like to close to Sevierville or backside of Gatlinburg, somewhere like that. But it has took me on the back road sometimes to come by Dandridge and the Bush's Baked Beans plant. But this route, man, this reminds me of like West Virginia for some reason. But it has never took me on this route.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto US 321 North.
Okay, well, there's a road that I'm going to be on, so it's actually okay. I believe it has lines on it and all that, and there's a car. Cool, there's civilization.
Take the next right onto US 321 North.
All right, so I'm back on the road. Thank you. I don't know why it detoured me. Maybe there was an accident or something like that, or road closure, rocks fell or something. I don't know, but
continue on US 321 North for 1.5 miles.
Now this looks like a highway. Whew. So I feel a little better now. I didn't know where the hell it was taking me at first. I'm like, this is getting a little deep in here. I mean, I've been on some deep woods and deep paths and stuff in the mountains, and we're in West Virginia, but you know, I guess they got them in Tennessee too. But yeah, that was a new one on me. Never been that route before. What? I don't know, but I can't remember. It was a sign back there. I was trying to read it, but it says something about a DOT, no dots or something. I don't know what it was. All right, so I'm back on route. A route that looks like a highway. Hey, wait a minute. I think I know where this is going to take me. It's going to take me on the backside of Pigeon Forge by Dollywood, I believe. It seems like I've been on this road before. Anyway, I guess we'll find out. Man, these back roads around these mountains, man, it's just peaceful. It's just peaceful. It's set back in a whole nother decade or 2 or 3. You know, a lot of these homes just do have running, well, some don't, but just the peacefulness of, you know, creeks and just the old country style look. just peaceful, and everybody, I guess, would know everybody because you're down from the holler. But and then there's a church like every quarter mile, seems like. So there ain't no excuse to not go to church when you're living up in the mountains. Yep. I wonder what this is about. That's weird. It's got some porta johns out here in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, just beauty, man. It's just peace and quiet. Yeah. It's definitely the areas that I would love to retire, that's for sure. But I say that now, I haven't seen the rest of the world. But I just love this area. Love this look. You know, this area would be better. It was either here or West Virginia. West Virginia's kind of set back, but it's like way set back a little further. In some areas, it's not really the areas I like. It's just no real work. You know, you have to travel so far to find employment, and here you still have to travel a little bit to find employment, but it's not as bad. And who doesn't like, you know, not having to pay state income tax? That's right, Tennessee, no state income tax. How about that? And from what I hear, I believe you got free community college. It's pretty cool too. Which I don't need. I'm too old and don't really need it now. But it's nice though for someone to get a jump start in life. You know, they definitely got a way to get there. Yeah. All right. Well, man, look at that. That's just horses. I mean, no cattle over there. Look at that. Love it. Love it. And we're down in the holler, down in the valley, because we're only 1,040 foot above sea level, which is still higher than it is back home. Back home, you're around 20 to 50. Yeah, I think my home is 50 foot above sea level.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Dixon Branch Road.
All right, we're getting ready to go on some Dixon Branch Road. So let me shut up. I'm sitting here jacking my jaws again. Here it is, people. Mama's farmhouse. Let's go in and eat. Alright everyone, I got my damn belly full. This place is still packed, even in December. This is Pigeon Forge. Got my belly full, so I'm probably going to go into a food coma here in a little bit. Probably going to chill out in the car, maybe start doing some editing, loading up some stuff from what I've done today. Might try to get some stuff done for you guys. But I just don't feel like going out amongst this stuff right now. I might venture out tomorrow and check everything out, explore, let you guys see everything, man. Maybe it won't be so calm in the morning on a Sunday. Alright, catch you guys later. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this concludes day one. I made my mark. I was a little skeptical, but I made it. But I definitely got to get some shut eye tonight. So Anyway, I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning.